It's hard to believe that it's almost Thanksgiving, and today I'm back in the kitchen to show you a couple simple dishes that you could make for Thanksgiving. Cider punch using Pickwick cider, as well as a roasted delicata recipe and some Brussels sprout, which I'm excited for because I'm not a huge Brussels sprout fan, but I'm determined to find a recipe that is good. So stick with us today and we will try that out later. A hint of peach. Yeah, see? And it's so pretty and colorful, especially for Thanksgiving. Cheers. Hold on, I need you to admire my plant. Please include that in your B-roll. So delicata is one of my favorite squashes that Ethan grows. It is so easy to cut because you don't have to worry about peeling this squash, so you can actually eat the outside of the peel. So if you've never tried delicata, I highly recommend it. So I have got these cut into small half moons, I guess is what you could call those. So I'm gonna get my baking sheet that I have lined with parchment paper. So we're gonna get these all laid out. Ideally you want a big enough pan so they're not touching, they can get all spread out. We are going to add a little drizzle of olive oil, some maple syrup, some salt and pepper, and then some cranberries as well. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and give these guys a little stir to make sure the olive oil and maple syrup is coated on all of the pieces. Then we're gonna go ahead and get these in our oven. It is preheated at 400 degrees, and we're going to set our timer for about 10 minutes. While our delicata is roasting in the oven, we are going to make a cider punch. So this is such an easy way to kind of fancy up some traditional cider. Of course, cider is good as is by itself, but this is just a few extra ingredients that makes it a little more special. We're gonna add half a gallon of apple cider, 1.5 cups orange juice, ginger beer or ginger ale, and some ice cubes. So I usually use ginger ale with this recipe, but I saw this peach ginger beer at the market at Pickwick, and I thought it might be interesting to try with the cider. So this is a new one that I'm adding, but ginger ale also works just as well. The last thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna thinly slice some orange slices and some apple slices, and we're just gonna float these on top. And that is as easy as it is. Oh yeah. Stir them a little bit. And depending on how thick your delicata squashes are, mine will probably need another 10 minutes, but they're done when they're like fork tender. I need a fancy glass for this. I like it with a little bit of peach, a hint of peach. This is an easy way to impress your guests at Thanksgiving with a little take on some cider. Let me get another one for my cameraman. Our squash is out of the oven, and we are just gonna top it with a few things and plate it, and it is ready to eat. So I've got about a half cup of feta cheese. We're gonna sprinkle this around. And then I also have some pecan pieces. You could also use walnuts if you prefer that. I'm a big pecan fan. Or pecans, I don't know what's the right way to say it. Ethan argues with me about that. All right, so it is ready. You could also at this point top it with a little bit more salt and pepper, or my go-to seasoning is farm dust. So I'm gonna top it with just a little bit of this, but again, this is just to taste, your preference. So easy peasy. Sometimes squash is intimidating, but this is my easy go-to squash recipe with delicata. And it's so pretty and colorful, especially for Thanksgiving. Now for the taste test. I want to get some of everything. Some of the feta, some cranberries. All right, don't burn my mouth. The maple syrup goes so well with delicata. It's that perfect sweetness that it needs. So if you haven't tried delicata, I highly recommend giving it a shot. Hashtag I bought everything right here at the market at the Pickwick place. Check that out. Go on for a second bite. It's good. You want to try some?
Good.
Haley popped in, so we are going to let her try to get her reaction. No pressure. Can she tell what's in it? Yeah, see?
Oranges.
Okay, yep.
Cider, obviously.
Yep.
Cinnamon.
No, but you can't put cinnamon sticks on top.
There's something else fruity. That's not apple or orange. Cranberry?
Peach, ginger peach.
That's what it is. That's good.
I knew she'd like it.
You gotta get one of everything.
That's what I said.
We're sisters.
Sweet. All right, balanced.
Yeah, she makes good food.
So last up that I'm going to make today is a roasted Brussels sprout dish. I like Brussels sprouts, but I've had a hard time finding a recipe that I've made that I like. So Ethan is growing Brussels sprouts this year, so I'm determined to find a way that I like eating them. So my mom sent me this recipe the other day and I'm excited to give them a shot. So I'm just halving my Brussels sprouts and we're gonna throw them on our baking sheet and drizzle some olive oil, some maple syrup, a tablespoon or 2 of Dijon mustard, about a 1/2 cup of cranberries, and about a 1/4 cup of walnuts, or today I'm using pecans. Either one works well. We're just gonna coat all the Brussels sprouts, get that mustard kind of stirred around. Okay, and now we're going to put this in our preheated oven, which is at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to give them a little toss and stick them back in. I need that bowl right there. Look at those guys. So they are finished and they are just slightly like brown on top. So we are gonna go ahead and, first I want to add a little bit more salt and pepper, or again, I'm using farm dust. Like I said, I use that on everything, just for some more flavor. This is just a taste. Here we go, in a pretty bowl. Scoop this on up. Alrighty. I'm just going to try some now, so we'll see. I think it helps that Ethan literally just picked these from the field. Haley, come try some. So today we started with some roasted Delicata squash, a super easy, simple cider punch, and then we ended with some roasted Brussels sprouts. So all in all, hopefully this gives you a little bit of inspiration for some easy Thanksgiving side dishes using some fresh ingredients and produce that you can find at the market. So happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you enjoy cooking some delicious food this season. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. There's my pinch. Okay, just kidding. Start over. 9. I think we have a visitor. Usually they have like a bitter, like dirty taste.
Not when you cook them right.
Well, I guess I never cooked them right. That was a problem. That's why I need to watch this video. Except I didn't show that part. Oops. Well, that was a success, people. Cheers. Happy Thanksgiving.